Well, staying in the Middle East, the president of Iran has told Tucker Carlson that when they yell death to America, they don't really mean death to America. They just mean we want bad vibes to go away.
Should we be afraid of Iran?
I believe that this is a very wrong impression that anybody might have of Iran or the Iranians. I would like to remind you that Iran has never invaded another country in the last 200 years. When they say death to the United States, it doesn't mean death to, they don't mean death to the people of the United States or even to the officials of the United States. They mean death to crimes, death to killing and carnage.
I hope Tucker Carlson gets an award for being able to sit there with a straight face while he says, you know, when we say death to America, what we really mean is bless your heart, but with rockets.
That's right. When we say death to America, we really mean stop shoplifting. It's just bogs. So he says with a straight face, when we say death to America, we don't mean death to Americans. We don't even mean death to the American government, both of which constitute the very nation and concept of America.
And they chant death to America while burning the US flag.
But they've been chanting death to America while burning the US flag since 1979. A large part of that time, they actually had American hostages with them. Like, America hasn't invaded, right? Like, what crimes are they
It's so absurd. Like, and he says, well, Iran's never invaded anyone in the last 200 years. Okay, yeah, you've only funded terror groups that have repeatedly invaded Israel, Lebanon, tried to overthrow the kingdom in Jordan, propped up the Assad regime in Syria. Like, and the fact that, this is what is so absurd. Tucker Carlson used to be a host on Fox News. He was a relatively reputable media personality. Then he left Fox, he went independent on YouTube and suddenly lost his mind. The fact that he's sitting there, and this whole interview, by the way, goes for 30 minutes. He sits there the entire time, does not push back on the president of Iran once, while he is spewing the most ludicrous talking points. I don't understand how he has a shred of respectability left.
Well, the Iranian president argued that they've never wanted nuclear weapons. That's an idea that Jews had put in the minds of US presidents.
Because Jews control the media and the government.
Iran have never wanted war with America. That was an idea that Jews have put in the minds of Americans. And that Iran has never wanted to assassinate US presidents, let alone Donald Trump. Again, you can guess where that idea has come from.
Yeah, the Jews, the evil Jews, the octopus Jews who control the world.
Tucker Carlson sat there straight-faced while the Iranian president just spewed all these anti-Semitic tropes and conspiracies.
Yeah. He did the same thing with Putin a couple of months ago. It was a 2-hour interview with Vladimir Putin in the Kremlin, and he didn't push back at all. He just let him run his talking points. And I do think it's partly because Qatar has spent over $100 billion trying to influence the US over the last 20 years. And they're specifically targeting conservative groups, trying to turn the MAGA movement against Trump, against America, and sort of in favour of this like isolationist, pro-Iran, pro-Russia agenda, which is absurd when you think about actual conservative American values.
But they actually end up, this is what happened, but if you go far enough to the left or far enough to the right, you end up in the exact same spot. It's like Hitler and Stalin's Pact of Steel. They both invaded Poland at the same time. You know, it was all...
I give Tucker credit for interviewing Putin and interviewing the president of Iran. I think it's great that we're interviewing these people, but the idea of an interview is you push back a little bit, not that you give them free rein to say whatever they want and there's zero challenge.
All he's doing at this point is platforming lies. That's it. He's not pushing back. He's not doing anything.